When does collecting become a compulsion? Tonight, Courtney Garish takes us inside the mind and the home of a compulsive hoarder. Courtney.
Well, Mike, from the outside, hoarders look like anyone else you'd pass on the street. Inside, they're hurting. Their homes are disasters, and we do want to warn you, some of this video is disturbing.
It just started to heat up. It's like nature abhors a vacuum, and hoarders abhor a vacuum even more.
The cobwebs are so strong that it dims the light.
Just because I'm a hoarder doesn't mean I'm a terrible person.
This is Jerry, a recently retired professional, a smart lady with a master's degree and a hoarder. When we first visited her home, we couldn't even go in the front door. It was wedged against mountains of garbage, cans, rotting books, every inch of floor in this West Allis home covered.
It's replacing, maybe love, or it's replacing just companionship sometimes.
Brenden McDaniel is a professional organizer, helping Jerry get her stuff out and her life back together.
Today is search and recovery, trying to find important papers.
But how did it get so bad? Jerry agreed to talk about her situation on camera to help other hoarders.
You know that it's ungovernable, but you almost become inured to the chaos around you.
Jerry's life spun out of control after a house fire. Alone with no family around, she started filling her home with whatever bargains she could find.
Being a hoarder means that you don't like to turn loose of anything, that things take on an emotional resonance.
It got so bad the city condemned the house and she was forced to leave.
It was such a shock to the system.
That's when Brenden came to help. An organizer by trade, helping hoarders is a very personal mission.
My mother, who lived 10 blocks away from here, actually committed suicide because of her hoarding. It got so bad. And I couldn't help her being her son. I was very embarrassed. How could you get like this?
But he thinks he can help Jerry.
She is just so sweet. You just would never realize that, inside she's hurting this much. I'm here to help them, not to take away all their things.
While Brendan's crew starts cleaning out the garbage by the truckload, Jerry goes into therapy. We asked psychologist Brad Riemann at Rogers Memorial Hospital, how do you treat a hoarder?
If it's kind of these classic OCD reasons, if it's doubting their ability to sort things properly, that can be treated fairly well. We can get them back to a normalized kind of situation.
Jerry admits she's been depressed for years and very lonely.
All that junk was like a barricade. Nobody in their right mind would have tried to come in here.
2 weeks later, we revisited the home. It's still full, but nowhere near as bad as it was. Neatly stacked books replace mounds of moldy paper. The kitchen sink is empty, and you can actually walk upstairs. Jerry seems shocked by the changes, but agrees it's for the best.
I hope people don't come to the situation I found myself in. I hope they'll get help before it gets to that extreme.
She calls Brenden her salvation and now has hope for her future.
If I can come through this without people looking at me and judging me, that will be just wonderful.
And Jerry's not back in her home yet, but she does hope to return soon back to living there. Now, she still needs some plumbing and electrical work done. That's the main reason. Unfortunately, though, it's pretty tough on her limited income.
It seems like a nice lady, but I'm not sure how she even got around in that house than before. So.
And it's looking a lot better now.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Courtney. And for more on treatment for hoarding, go to today'stmj4.com.